everybody. Hope you're having a wonderful week. Welcome to week 6. First of all, I want to thank you all for turning in your paper, your 5 to 6 page paper about rules and policies. I noticed a couple of you haven't turned it in yet. If you haven't contacted me about this and you don't plan to be on time, please contact me. If you have contacted me, we're good. We've already spoken, so no worries. Just get it in as we discussed. All right, this week we're going to be talking about rules for students, which is a big deal, especially if you're in an environment where parents have more of a voice than in other schools, and also the law is on their side in most cases. So the scenario you're writing about in your discussion post is about a student that is brought to your classroom or to your office and was supposedly flipped a teacher off, and the teacher said she doesn't want this student in her room anymore. So when you're looking at this scenario, when you're writing about it in your discussion post, what I'm inviting you to do is look at it through the eyes of an administrator, not through the eyes of a classroom teacher. Okay, look at it through the eyes of teachers sending the student out of their classroom. And it could be somebody that sends their students out all the time. It could be somebody that sent their student out just once. But so what I want you to do is look at the eyes, this through the eyes of Ed Code. What's the rule in Ed Code, what you can do. Also in the rule of possibly if you have teacher union policy about this. In my district in Vista, we do have a teacher union line item that says teachers are allowed to suspend students from their classroom. So that makes things very, very tricky. And it also says they have to go to the office, not to another classroom, which makes it twice as tricky. So check to see if you have any district policies besides Ed Code that would dictate what you can and cannot do. And then you have to talk about the ramifications of the teacher saying, I don't want this student back in my classroom. How does that work for you, and how, as an administrator? I've actually had this happen numerous times, and so I'm excited to hear what your perspective of this is, and maybe with your help I'll get even better at this because you never know how that's going to turn out and how that's going to look. So anyways, everything, like I said, everything's on track for this class. You're doing a great job keeping up on your discussion posts. For those of you who haven't finished all your discussion posts, please make sure you're keeping up, because at the very end of the day, at the very end of the class, that's how I do, is make sure that you've caught up, that you have all your grades in. I took off I think it was last week or a week before. The 1 week we had off, I actually took that week off, so I didn't, I caught up and then didn't do anything for a few days. So don't feel bad if I haven't graded your last post or last 2 posts. I will get to that. I'll make sure I grade that. If you've written to me and I haven't written back to you an email, please write back. So far, I think I'm keeping up with all your conversations that we're having through email, but as I told you before, I get a lot of email, and I want to make sure I'm not missing anything you guys need to make this a successful class for you. Make sure you watch the 2 videos, videos for this week, and quite interesting things. And also this whole topic of student discipline is a hot topic right now. As you know, the new law, California law, says that you can't suspend students for disruption and certain other things. So what I want you to do is, if you can modernize your answer, take the information, of course, from the book. Take the information, of course, from your chapter 9 of the book, and look at that. But also, you may want to modernize your answer in light of the new California law that was just passed last January about the no suspension rule and restorative justice. And especially if you're doing it in your schools right now, and maybe add some data about how that's working. I would say in your discussion post, because this, it's quite a turn of events when that law came into place. I'm sure it affected your schools as it has ours. All right, that's all I have for you. If you have any more questions or anything like that, please just get in touch with me. And I said, if you don't hear from me within 24 hours, please make sure you get back to me, okay? Just write back and say, hey, I didn't hear from you. I won't be offended at all. I just want to make sure I'm answering your questions in a timely manner, especially as you're doing all your assignments. All right. Okay, looking forward to talking to you soon. And if you do have any questions, get back with me. All right, take care. Bye-bye.